It's been a minute since I showed anything about my game, so I'm just gonna make a quick video of where it currently stands. So, just gonna hit play, take a look at the scene, see what we got going on. Make this a little bigger. Alright, so, movement still normal, but we now have an overworld menu that we can just access at any time. Skill tree is bugging out a little bit on the first time I click it, so I need to fix that. But working, and we'll show you in a second that I can change which character it's opening up to. But items is not implemented yet. Character, I did a lot of work on this screen, so you can see I can change who's selected. It's updating everything based on who they are. I can change their override mode, and this is actually updating data. You can hover over these to see what the weapons have. You can click on this to change what weapon they have equipped. Also functional. This is accurately reading, but doesn't do anything yet. And yeah, so now we go back. If we look at skill tree, now we have her skill tree instead. Customization. I had this before, but this still works. You take your item, and you can add a mod to it, and it'll just cost you some items. Salvage is new. I can just click on one of these, and then if I click this button, it'll destroy this item and give me these items. It's kind of ugly still, but it's functional, so that's what I was going for. Database, not implemented. Settings, not implemented. But we'll get there eventually. And we can get out of the menu, and we're back in the real world real quick. As you can see, these guys wandering around because we now the encounter system needs some work. This one we'll be working on next. But here we go. We have a boss fight. It's still regular encounters are still mostly the same, but we have all of our cool abilities. See what's going on. See, he can counterattack. We can still swap characters in and all of that. This all works still. Let's see if they do attack. You'll see he counters with something else. He might die also. I have him set to very low health. Yep, see he counters with that. Oh, and it nullified because I think no, it didn't. Whatever. But you'll see. I'll shock, and then I think this will kill him. Yeah, this will kill him. Got our end screen, which is still kind of ugly, but looks interesting. You can see stats getting tracked. And we're back in the overworld, and the encounter's gone, so we're not going to get into the encounter. Let's just take a little walk around the area to take a look at the area. So we got this little vendor shop right back here. We got our crashed helicopter. We got police cars, some trash. We got stuff in here. People in here. Obviously, a lot of this still needs work. You need to add animations and stuff to the people. I don't know how that got up in the air. We'll need to fix that. We got out here. A little more trash. This encounter isn't put in yet. And we got our more food supply. Come down here. And you can kind of see what you got for housing and other things. And eventually your goal is going to be here. You're going to go up the elevator, and then you're going to fight a boss. So that's kind of the plan. But this is the area so far. So it's going to be like 1, 2, and we're going to just... These are going to be harder blocks, but 3, 4, so like 4 or 5 normal encounters, and then the boss. And then these are maybe going to be like optional encounters that are really tough if you want to go straight instead of going through the buildings. But it's going to be like the normal playthrough would be going through the buildings. And then if you feeling like doing the hard thing, you can go through the middle, or maybe something else. I don't know. Haven't decided that yet. Anyway, so, and yeah, as we can go back here anytime. Alright, so that is how the game works right now. And yeah, so just like take a look at some scriptable objects. So bosses, I decided that they are going to have kind of like a script that inherits from my monster class, which allows me to give them more complicated AI. And that's why you see this monster over here. This is the boss. He has a whole bunch of abilities and stuff for determining what he's doing. We got, our characters. Our player characters haven't changed much. These unlock nodes I need to clean up, but they're there. Let's see what else. Then our ability system has been updated. So now I do a bunch of different elements that go into an ability, these ability actions. So you'll see I have all these different types of ability actions. Some of them are VFX, some of them are, I want to move to the target for like a melee attack. Some of them are, if I want to do a projectile, or I just want to have a delay. So I can just create any one of these, and they're really easy to implement new ones if I want to. Or like if I want to implement add a status, just pick the status that you want to add. Super easy. So abilities, I'm very happy with my ability system. I'm going to be adding some camera work to also go into this flow here, because this is literally, it's like, okay, we're going to play the cast spell animation, we're going to do particles on myself, and then we're going to increase our counter. Or like, we're going to play the cast spell animation, do the earth VFX at the target, and then we're going to deal some damage. Or like here, we're going to cast a spell, apply haste, and add the haste particles. Is there anything else that's interesting? I think those are the interesting ones. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff I can do in there. Actually, one that might be interesting is this combo ability. So if I want to make an ability that's like multiple abilities in a row, I can just send multiple abilities in a row, which is really cool. It'll work for I think it'll be useful for like double cast and things like that when I get to implementing those. Let's see, here are just some normal enemies. As you can see, I still have the same AI system that I had before, which is really handy for just quickly throwing together a new enemy whenever I want to. Just throw in, it works with the new ability system just fine. But yeah, these haven't changed too much, but I have started implementing a few of them. I'm gonna, probably have 5-6 regular enemies plus the boss in my demo scene by the time it's done. I have 3 that are good that I'm happy with. Pending numbers and things, but yeah, I've got at least 3 ready. And yeah, I think that's kind of where my project sits right now. Let me know if there's anything you'd be interested in seeing with it, or anything you'd like to see implemented, because it is obviously still very much in development. I was aiming to have I'm going to call it an ugly demo, out by the end of the year. I think I'm probably going to have to push it to sometime in January, but I'm still trying to get that done as soon as I can. I think it will be pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. All right, thank you so much.